Okay, I'll just pause the video here and let you copy down this diagram, and then we'll go about proving that VEFA is cyclic. Okay, well, the first thing that you should notice is this piece of information you've been given, that OE is equal to OF. In other words, this section here is the same as that section there. And not only that, but it tells you that it bisects, each of those lines, OF and OE, bisects BC and AD. In other words, F and E are midpoints. Okay, that's the definition of bisect right there. Now what that tells you is that OE is perpendicular to BC because of the chord perpendicular bisector theorem. So this is a right angle. Similarly, OF is perpendicular to AD because of the chord perpendicular bisector theorem, which basically said that if a line intersects a chord and it bisects it, it's perpendicular to it. So I have two lines, OE and OF, the same distance away from two chords. That tells me that AD is the same length as BC by the two chords theorem. In other words, BC is the same distance away from the center of the circle as AD, therefore it's the same length. Okay, now where you go from here is different depending on who you are. This is the way I solved it. There's another way to do it, but this is what I did. I looked at these two triangles here, OFA and OEB. Okay, and I drew those triangles by drawing a radii to each point from the center of the circle. And right away, oh, by the way, since AD is equal to BC, that means that these two sides are also the same. So right away you should be able to see that I have two congruent triangles. In other words, triangle OAF is congruent to triangle OEB because of side, side, side. Okay, and then in the next video, I'm just going to show you how we can easily finish off. Well, here, I'll just do this last little bit here. That tells me that those two angles there are the same. So angle EBO, sorry, I just couldn't help myself, equals angle OAF because of CP CTC. Okay, so I'm going to stop it there for this video. In the next video, I'm just going to finish off proving that this is in fact a cyclic quadrilateral.